So we are going to scroll here. You guys can check out. This might be fun for you. You guys can see which cards have been in my watch list. What is going on, UFC card lovers? Welcome back here to another episode of UFC Card Talk. My name is Damien, and this week's episode, it is going to be a bit of an update. I have not done a video solo for probably about a month now, so I think it's about time. There's a few different topics I want to go over for this week's episode. The biggest one being that it is time for me to clear out my watch list, my eBay watch list and my eBay saved list, just because it is a new year, and part of that new year I do have some hobby goals for my own self along with the channel. If you are new to this UFC card channel, if you are enjoying UFC card content, then I think you should probably hit that subscribe button. And then if you enjoy the video, you can do me a favor, you can hit that like button and also hit that notification bell so you do not miss out on my weekly UFC card related videos. Now, a bit of a touchy subject, at least for me. I mean, I've never done this. I've never cleared my watch list. I've never cleared my eBay search save list since getting into the hobby about 2 years ago now. Now, why I think this is important, and just for my own personal reasons why I want to do this, is just because, number one, it is going to be saving me money. Now, I spoke about FOMO a lot, like throughout my time here on YouTube. I speak about FOMO a lot just because I think it's a super important subject. It doesn't really get talked enough about in the card hobby in general, and it's something that I really have a hard time dealing with. As much as I talk about it, it is still there. And part of this for me, part of that FOMO, part of having eBay watch lists is obviously the idea of it is to save cards that are potentially for auction or up for buy it now that you are interested in. I've had cards that I have had saved there since the very beginning, and for me it is probably the biggest time spent that I do is actually scrolling through my watch list each and every single night. Now, some of you other guys, girls might not have this problem, but I do. I also obviously check out what's ended in that watch list, which you can do. And it's just sort of a repetitive cycle that I think is not that healthy for me just now. And it adds to that FOMO. It adds to that wondering if that card is still available or not, feeling pressure that maybe it's not going to be, available for much longer. And it can lead to impulse buying, at least in my own experience. So what we're going to be doing right now is going over to my eBay, and we can see my watch list here. We can see I have saved 133 active listings saved. So that is a lot of cards that I have here. That is just really, the way I look at it, right, is if I have these in my watch list and I haven't bought them yet, then chances are it is time to move on from these cards. I've been buying a lot of cards recently, as I have been the past 12 months now. What also sparked me to do this was last night there was a card out for auction that I found a couple of nights ago that is a card that those of you who've been watching for a long time would know that I've really wanted this card for a long time. It was the 2022 Sean O'Malley Flashback Silver Prism. That came out for auction recently in a PSA 10. Now, the PSA 10 was not important for me to obtain this card. I have bid on this card several times before, but the real problem that's been, and is a common problem with these flashback prisms from 2022, is they are typically off-centered left to right. Now, this is just something that personally bothers me, and especially for being a card for my collection. The centering left to right especially is something that just needs to be as close as possible for me to aesthetically want to have that card when I look at it. Now, this came out PSA 10, and it was, of course, being a PSA 10, it was very well centered left to right. So that made it a must bid on for me. As I said, regardless of being a PSA 10 and the value that a PSA 10 brings, that really doesn't make too much difference. It was the fact that this silver prism, which I have found in my own experience, the silver flashback prisms, they are definitely less common than what the green flashback parallel prisms are for some reason. Obviously, both of them are not numbered. I'm not sure why the greens are more common than the silvers, but regardless, the silver prisms, Sean O'Malley flashback prism does not come out all that often. I think I've bid on probably maybe 4 or 5 over the past year and a half since they were released. So that card came out, I won it. I set it as a snipe, as I always do. Obviously, being an international collector, I'm not staying up to early hours of the morning in order to bid on a card. Put it on a snipe. I actually won that card during the night here, and I won it for half of my bid price. I think I won it for $32 plus shipping, which for me is an absolute steal. Now, I won that card, and I was, as I said, because I'm not wanting to buy any cards at the moment. I couldn't help myself. Obviously, that one popped up, and I wasn't as happy, even though I won it for an absolute steal. I know it was an absolute steal, and it's a card that I know I definitely wanted. There was part of me that wasn't that happy about me winning that card, which for me was a big eye-opener, because it really means that, I know what I need to do. I know I need to basically stop the card buying for now, especially after I picked up that card. Now, of course, there's still other cards that I want for the fighters that I PC, but I need to stop. So this is part of the reason why I'm clearing out this watch list as well, because that's really going to help me sort of stay away from eBay and those impulse buyings if I'm forever scrolling, wasting too much time in the evenings, checking through my watch list and what has and has not ended. So that's why we're going to do this right now. So we can see here, I've actually bought that card recently as well. Not that copy, but a different one. So there's, as I said, there is 133 active listings here I have saved. And we are about to delete them all. One, two, three, boom. Sorry, we couldn't agree your breath. Alright, let's do this manually then. So we are going to scroll here. You guys can check out, this might be fun for you. You guys can see which cards have been in my watch list. There's a Jason Tatum there. I've been buying a little bit more wrestling lately, actually. Just buying the wrestlers who I grew up watching. This is a big one. This is a really big one, but I'm going to have to say goodbye to it. As I said, I figure that if a card I really want, Phil Jackson, rookie there, that's Ngannou, John Jones, that's a sick card, even though I don't really like John Jones. Got a GSP shirt there, Sean O'Malley, Amanda Nunes, purple, SGC 9.5, first year auto for Hoyce, Rakic. I actually think Rakic is a good buy right now, just so you guys know. Little tip. Cool card for Anderson Silva. Got a Rock, SGC 9.5. Cool card for Izzy. Tatiana Suarez. My two favourite wrestlers of all time. Brock Lesnar, The Rock on one card. We have a Jaylen Brown Gold Prism. It's a sick card. $700. Can't afford that. Got the Triple H rookie. Got the Sean Woodson Orange Prism. He had a good win. Got the Islam first year Prism Hyper PSA 10. Got some poster fight cards here. Another Obsidian for Jaylen Brown, my second favourite Celtics player. This card is another one I really want. Obviously, I spoke about why the Knockout is a special card for me. And the Green Pulsar looks sick. But all these cards have to go. VHS, this is probably my favourite Conor card ever. 2014 Champions. Such a cool image of him with the throne shirt on. We've got the Y2J, Chris Jericho. We have a signed Holloway. We have Jason Tatum, my favourite basketball player right now. Another Jason Tatum. I do want to complete, for those of you who care, the Jason Tatum Green Prism run. We've got the Yoshihiro Akiyama red auto. Got the Tony Hawk auto. Who doesn't want a Tony Hawk auto? I know I certainly do. But we're going to clear all these cards out. We have the Habib, such a sick, probably my favourite Habib card. 2013 Bloodlines. PSA 8, but I don't care. It's such a cool card. I want this poster from 292 just because it actually stands on my birthday. The Mahomes, the only Mahomes card I think is cool. Rakic Gold Prism. Got the orange for Costa. There we go. The green Prism PSA 10 for the flashback. That one for $150. I won the silver, which I think is cooler. Well, the green's pretty cool actually as well because it is a color match. Here we go. This is the one that I won. This one. Here we go. Here's some. I looked at that one. $13.50. What a steal that is. I know that was a PSA 9, but still. Alright, these are all ended now. I won that one as well. $15.50. I was watching these ones. For those of you who weren't, there was some silver 2009 round ones. GSP went for 400. That one, an absolute steal at 122. I bid it on that, but not that much. Obviously, I didn't win it. And we're going to delete them. No items in my watch list. Save searches. Let's go to this one now. So as I said, guys, the idea behind this for me, I had a few different reasons. Save money, probably be the biggest one. 2, not experience FOMO so much. And 3, stop wasting time on eBay scrolling. I mean, that's a big one for me personally, just something I want to improve on. Can we not delete these all in one time, or what's going on here? Really want a Max Holiday 2021 Gold Prism, but doesn't matter. Unsave. Unsave. O'Malley Gold Prism would be nice. Unsave. Global Icons 2021. The Habib, as I said, I love that card. Even though I don't PC Habib. The Lime Green Prism from 2021 I also want for my PC fighters. So as I delete all these guys, as I said, each to their own, but I really feel like this is something that you guys don't have to go out and delete all your watch lists and your save searches. Obviously that's completely up to you. But this is something that I just feel like I personally needed to do, and something I wanted to share with you guys. Obviously help keep myself more accountable, because as I said, not enough people really talk about the darker side of the hobby, how much time goes into it, how much time that then takes away from your loved ones at home, whether it be your partner, your kids, your parents, your sister, your brother, whoever it is. Sometimes it just takes up too much. And as I said, this is something I feel like I needed to do moving forward now. At least I've cleared all my searches. I'm not going to say I'm not going to go out and save new ones, but it's also part of the cleansing out, being a new year, and really discovering if that card that was on there, it was a card that I really actually wanted, then of course I'm going to go out and look for it again, and it'll be more like it was meant to be on the list, more so than just there because it was there, if that makes sense. Sometimes I make these video guys and it makes a great idea in my head, and then I get in front of the camera here and I try and talk about it, and it doesn't come out how I thought it would. Like, I can't explain how I thought I would, but I hope you guys get the idea, the message behind this. And as I said, I really did it. I wanted to do this for those reasons. It's a new year. It's going to keep me accountable in not impulse buying. I'm not going to be spending so much time just scrolling eBay mindlessly like I can do sometimes, taking away from family time with my partner, and also to save money, because I am going to be going to UFC 299 in Miami. The plan is travel to Miami after the fight night. I am looking to move upwards up the East Coast, maybe New York, maybe Boston, spend a few more days there before flying out the following week. All around, the trip is going to be about 8 days or so. And I want to put it out there now, if you are someone who is a follower of me, a viewer of my channel, if you live in any of those areas, I'm going to have a bit of time on my hands. You are more than free to get in contact with me on my Instagram. I am hoping to, which is at UFC Card Talk, I am hoping to maybe get to some card shows, get to at least a few different card shops along the way. Would be open to any advice that anyone wants to give me who may live in those areas, may know of a few card shops or potentially card shows that will be on during that time. So super excited to bring you that to tell you guys that news. Trip is not that far away. It's only, I think, 6 weeks. This coming week, it's only 6 weeks away, which is absolutely insane. But that's going to do it for this week's episode, guys. Next week, I hope to have a mail day video for you guys. I've got a couple of mail day videos coming up. And I also have another UFC card community conversation coming up to you guys as well. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you again here next week at UFC Card Talk.
Bye, have a great time.